It is time to do parts bag number 9, where we're going to be building the queue to get into the coaster, and then the coaster start and stop point with the mechanisms to connect into our drive shaft here. Let's get going. Trying to figure out exactly where this goes. Should go right there. Now this part I have to make sure I get on correctly, which I didn't. It should be that way. Decent amount of gears in here, that's for sure. So it's going to be crank handle. Make sure everything can turn. So if I crank the handle, all the gears will move here. In the other direction, it just freely rotates, but in this direction, it engages everything. Printed brick, it's got an arrow on it, right there. And a sticker. Oh, this is tough. I dropped it. Yeah, that is not centered at all. So I hate stickers. Sorry, hate's a strong word. I very much dislike stickers. So this sticker just shows an arrow to indicate which way to turn the handle. Oops. Oh well, that makes it easier to put on. I always find these longer gears, or these 90-degree gear hubs, difficult to align. Now this goes through that red gear we put in right in there. Oh, and it goes through the whole of this. That's interesting. Oh, that went in really well. It's just kind of sitting there now, though. Well, here's a quite complicated gear assembly. There's 2 crank handles. Not sure what they're engaging at the moment, but this one's not connected to anything. This one's connected to all the gearing in the middle. Anyway, let's get this into the main assembly. Oh, interesting. This has to go through that hole there. This has to go through there. That goes through there. Wiggle it in. Should sit down onto there. So now, yeah, that can slide in there, but there'll be something. Oh, this probably engages and disengages the coaster. So put this way, the coaster will stop. Put that way, the coaster can go. No matter which way what position that is in, the gears all turn. And that'll turn something over here. All right, so this goes there. This rubber piece kind of gets wedged in between these two parts. There we go. Yeah, so this has that little rubber piece, gives us a bit of a spring. There. So this must be to, yeah, this will be to advance the car forward. Okay, so got our universal joints here. One connects to here, and the other one over here. I'll have to remember that I have all these universal joints in this set. There's quite a few of them. So now, when I turn this handle, it engages the gears all the way over here. And a couple more coaster tracks. Okay, we're done with this for now. I'm going to move it over. Another assembly, which will be the queuing area for getting into the coaster. Flip this over, goes this way, should go right in here. There's a lot of things that have to get in the right spot for it all to sit down properly. Clipping noises is good. Awesome. That covered all the mechanism up. See the stairs back here? And a couple of these to be as dividers for the queue to get on the coaster. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, these are gates. That is really cool. Again, attention to detail. And of course, I put these pieces on in the wrong orientation. They have to be that way so that the gates can close. Now, I pre-assembled some minifigures earlier on. Didn't show them. Here they are. We have one employee who'll be working the controls here. And we have a guy, should be taking people's photos. I'll just put him there. And we'll have somebody waiting to get on the coaster right there. So that's it for parts bag number 9. An awesome amount of detail went in here. We have our gearbox down here for running the coaster. Anyway, we have our queue to get on the coaster here. Shown a couple different ways. Some stairs with handrail to get in. And might be hard to see. Tilt it up a little bit. You can see the crankshaft going there. So we've got 2 handles here. This one will advance turns this wheel to advance the coaster down to the rise to take it up, and then this can engage or disengage. Well, it moves the wheel part in or out. So it's either touching the coaster or not. And then this other handle over here turns the main gear assembly over here. So much detail on this side. I love, this side is much more appealing than the other side I did in the first part. Next up is bag number 10, which will be a lot more of the coaster tracks and building the next level. This side of the set build only has 2 levels to it, whereas the first side that we did in part 1 had 3.5. Ties those 2 columns together. That's a camera mounted onto one of the columns to catch people coming down the coaster. Okay, we got another strut going from there down to there. These should line up. Here's our vertical stretch of coaster track onto our new column system. Oh, why is that not hitting a column? I guess it doesn't, it just floats there. This one, ooh, something doesn't seem right. As you can see, this is not touching there. I guess it's hard to see, but it's just floating. And it's because when I did these columns, I forgot to put one of these in. Good thing that's an easy fix. Take that off just to get it out of my way. Should just be able to crack that off. Stick another couple columns pieces. I don't know how I missed that, because I usually count all the pieces out when I'm doing each assembly. Okay, get everything pressed down. There. Nice straight run. It's an unusual piece. Not sure what this is for, but it'll clip into there. Might be for a coaster track. These are at different heights. And another couple diagonal struts like we had in part 1. Okay, we've done these 3 like vertical truss assemblies, which are a little awkward to handle. Oh, where do these go? This might be a little tricky to put in place. 2 in the side, 1 in the middle. This is gonna be too tall for my camera. So the upper part didn't fit, but that just gets in my camera. It's just the way it has to be installed. I have to plug this one in on the top first, then connect this to there, and then swing this down to here. That's interesting construction. Wouldn't want to press too hard on those though. Okay, we've got some more coaster tracks and then we'll be done this side. Test out our new knee brace assemblies. That should go there. And I don't want to push too hard on that. Another one over here. And a couple curved sections. Well, there we go. We're done. Parts bag number 10. And this is the short side of this roller coaster. When I do the final assembly, it's gonna be quite tall. Tons of coaster track. We got some great detail back here with these 3 vertical brace assemblies. But the rest of it was just mostly columns, a few more struts. I'm not sure what's going on down here. In this area right here, probably be some more coaster track. Hit that, maybe? Not sure. We have a lot of coaster track left to put in. It'll be once we stitch these 2 halves together. But that's it for today. As a bit of a teaser, I have one of the coaster cars, or at least part of the coaster car. I'll turn this like this. This is what we get to look forward to in the next video. That runs really smooth, and I just have the base of it. Do another angle there. This is going in the opposite of direction of the way it should go, but that gives you an idea how it's going to work. I love this set. I mean, I don't like the dimensions of it because it's hard to display this. I don't have any place in my house I can display this, but oof, this looks great. So we put in all these curved coaster pieces. Can't wait to see this whole thing going. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll finish this build next week.